Friends, from last three videos, we were discussing about emotion, thinking, and behavior. For me, behavior is a wide area to be explained to everyone. The word behavior is not so simple, though the psychologists are just dividing behavior into a normal behavior and an abnormal behavior. In fact, lots of studies are available on abnormal behavior. But my intention is to understand about the normal behavior. I am much more interested in understanding about the normal behavior. And I have pointed three psychological parameters to understand the normal behavior of human being. First, highest level of trust. Second, highest level of the love. And third, optimum or minimum level of fear. Today, we'll discuss about the fear. We'll try to understand the normal fear and the abnormal fear, the rational fear and the irrational fear, the fear needed and fear not needed. The fact is, fear comes from outside. There is no genetic orientation of the fear or yet not detected. Genetically, fear is transmitted from parents to sibling. They're not detected. In fact, the trust is inherited. The trust is inherited character. So, it is clear that fear develops after birth. So, when you are born, fear starts developing in your mind. There is a first fear, and then it is infinite number of instances which will happen in your life which will make you fearful. The first simple instance, the baby is hungry and mother is not interested to feed the baby. But the baby forcefully put the mouth and try to suck the milk from the nipple of the mother. And mother unknowingly just pulls out the nipple, and baby does not understand why her hunger is not satisfied, why the mother has pulled the. So fear is developed about the feeding. The fear is developed about the food, getting food. So there is one incident responsible for development of the fear. Fear is unavoidable. Fear also develops in the childhood. First time you enter into a classroom and somebody told you the teacher is dangerous. She follows strong discipline and she will punish to the people, those who behave in an indisciplined manner. So friend, you will become fearful about the teacher. Yet punishment is not given. You have not seen the teacher's actions of the punishment. Still, you have developed the fear about the teacher. As an adolescence, a mom tells the girls, go to the school and be careful about the boys. Now the time has changed. The mom also has to tell the boys, be careful about the bold girls. That time has come. Of course, it is equality. So, as an adolescence, when you are moving ahead, the fear is either inculcated in your mind or you face the fear. As a young adult, you develop a fear of whether you will get a job or not, whether you will get an admission in engineering or not, whether you will get an admission in medical or not. You develop the fear about the career. As an adult, then you are fearful about whether you will get a beautiful wife or not. And the female will always pray to the God, my husband should not be smoker, he should not be drinker, he should be the wise man. So fear also comes from such incidents. When you become an adult and young adult, you need a home, you need a car, you need a luxurious living life. So while getting all these, you develop certain fear in your mind. Friends, fear is unavoidable. But remember, some fears are natural and some fears are irrational. So natural fear is required in mind and irrational fear has to be eliminated. Irrational fear has to be eliminated. You have to move yourself away from irrational fear. Fear can be kept minimum, and minimum amount of fear is required. Natural fear, you should be fearful about the storm, you should be fearful about the water, you should be fearful about the fire, you should be fearful about the accident. So care must be taken. But you should not be fearful about the teacher who is going to teach you. You should not be fearful about the friend who is accompanying you. You should not be fearful about your bosses and colleagues. You should not be fearful about your spouse. You should not be fearful about whether you will get a luxury life or not. If you will try, you will get it. And hence, I normally say, when your fear is excessive, unnecessary, irrational, and not required fear, some level of anxiety develops in your mind. and anxiety expands. If those fears has increased, so anxiety expands, and then it takes the form of shame. You start feeling shameful about yourself. At some point of time in your life, you feel guilty about it. And then finally, the disgustment will develop in your mind. And this has to be avoided. It's possible. You can avoid it by developing a trust and love with yourself. How to develop? We'll discuss it. But one common principle I normally say, just keep your fear minimum. Just keep your fear optimum, natural fear in your mind. That will help you to develop a trust. Don't keep irrational fear in mind. That will help you to develop a trust. Just think at one point, are you afraid of the God? Do you pray to the God for avoiding some kind of punishment to you? Do you demand something from the God? If you do so, your nature is fearful, you are afraid of the God. But just imagine a position. You don't demand and you act and you get it. You are not afraid of the God. You love to your God. You perform. You show your ability. You show your intentions. You show what you are able to do. Of course, you can pray to do better, but you need not to pray to the God to get selected, to avoid your own elimination. No, that should not be the mode. That should not be the move. So, as a result, you can keep your fear minimum, optimum, and trust will be the component. Trust will help you to succeed. And friend, just understand, when your trust is at highest level and fear is at lowest level, you will start loving yourself. When you love yourself, you will develop a potential to love others. At one point of time, the love and trust will reach to the highest level, and the fear can be managed at optimum level. Now, whether love and trust has to be developed, that is one arena, or can you keep fear minimum, optimum in your mind? That is the arena. In fact, you can use both ways. As a young adult, as an adult, after 18 years, you can use both ways. But before you are being the adult, means adolescence and in childhood and in infancy stage, avoiding fear, eliminating fear, not encountering with the fearful events, succeeding in managing the challenger of fearful event, will develop a better level of trust, a higher level of trust, and a love with yourself. High level of trust, high level of love will keep your fear minimum. And that is the combination needed to develop a wise personality. Only intelligence is not enough. Finally, you have to be wise. Your character should be of wisdom. And this will help you to develop a wisdom within yourself. Thank you, friends. If you like my videos, just subscribe it and get this kind of video time to time. Thank you very much.